To live and die in LA. Hello, Powder Keg. Welcome to a very special Los Angeles edition of POW Pro Wrestling. He's Mr. Ooh La La. I'm Brian Zane. We are in the shadow of the Hollywood Signs, right over Mr.'s shoulder here. In fabulous day here in Los Angeles. The weather is perfect. It's almost too warm for this outfit you have on, mister.
Well, I'm trying to fit in with all the luminaries, all the grand stars here in Hollywood, you know, your Rob Schneiders, your Pauly Shores, your Corey Feldmans. You know, this is one of the first times in my life where I feel like I really fit in. You know, they call this place Hollyweird. I don't get it. I feel right at home. This is my Zen place, my moment of Zen here in the city of Angel.
That's right, you are certainly fitting in here. I've definitely seen the characters that surround this area. And of course, the stars are out in Los Angeles. And of course, POW Pro Wrestling bringing the stars to LA for WrestleMania week. We've been here having a great time, enjoying all sorts of things. Oh, is that Jared Leto I see over there? Oh, no, actually, I think that might be early morning Guy Steele. We should probably stay away from him.
Oh, you feel the effects of that for weeks to come if you mess around with early morning Guy Steele. Take it from us.
Yes, we're still feeling the effects of that event for sure. But folks, the action is going to pick up in a huge way here, beginning with a match that's so big, it's going to make your beret spin, mister. The POW Pro Wrestling Championship on the line as Funny Bone defends once again against the Nice Guy, Vinnie Massaro. Now, of course, we saw here on POW not too long ago, Vinnie winning that gauntlet match against Malcolm Flex. And of course, by virtue of that, I figured my hands were tied. I kind of had to give him a championship match, and that's why we had it here in Los Angeles.
Well, with that phenomenal victory that Vincenzo Massaro scored fair and square over Malcolm Flex, of course, in a moment of clarity, you decided that Vincenzo deserves that title. And today, he will wrest that title back from that freak, that clean Funny Bone. And I can assure you that at the end of the day, Vincenzo Massaro will not be down and out in Beverly Hills. He's going back to Italy, and he's going to deliver that beautiful belt to Uncle Sal, and all will be well.
I have only one question, mister. What's a clune?
You know, a clune, like in the circus, you know, throws the balls, the clune car.
Oh, a clown.
What's that? Oui, a clune.
Okay, well, there might be a difference. It might be lost in translation here. But be that as it may, folks, it's going to be a killer match. We know the history between Funny Bone and Vinnie Massaro. The action, the physicality, the violence. That's going to be here in spades in this matchup here at Don Quixote, brought to us by Relentless Wrestling. Let's go to that matchup right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the following contest is a POW Pro Wrestling Championship match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the challenger, with the impresario of POW Pro Wrestling, Mr. Ooh La La. Originally from Sicily, Italy, now fighting out of the 209, Vinnie Massaro! And next, the father of filth, the original nightmare, your demigod of death, and your POW Pro Wrestling champion,
What a match we have for you this week on POW Pro Wrestling. Coming to you from Don Quixote in Los Angeles, California. For one bright, shining weekend, all the eyes of the wrestling world descend upon Los Angeles. And here you can see referee Brad Lee holding the POW Pro Wrestling Championship high, because that's what it's all about here in this week's opening contest, fellas.
Biggest prize in our sport, Brian Zane.
Right there.
Of course, we have this rematch. We've seen the rivalry, the hellish brutality that Vinnie Massaro and Funny Bone have put each other through in the last year over this prize.
Yes.
No strangers to each other.
Nope.
Jeremy, you've seen the best and the worst from these two.
Both
What
of
is
them.
your take going into this matchup? If you had to pick one, and let's try and be unbiased for once, Jeremy, who would you pick as the winner of this one?
Oh, man. Come on. Can you give me a harder question? Because I'm telling you, on one end, how do you kill a demigod? And on the other end,
and how do you come back from that?
Vinny is the master of moves, baby, so I don't know.
Oh, master of moves, certainly.
I got to go with my guy.
Funny Bone, master of the mind games, opening up there. Oh my goodness, that'll rock you. Jonas, let me get your thoughts on this matchup here. After all the battles these two have been through, who do you think has the edge?
Well, Brian Zane, a lot of times when you're, champion of a company, it's kind of the wear and tear, and a lot of champions, they get weaker as their reign goes on, but for some reason it looks like Funny Bone's getting stronger every time he's out there. So I don't know, I don't want to bet against Vinny, but it's harder to go against Funny Bone.
The violence is what drives him. Oh, look at those big strikes coming through. Sick combination, and the father of filth taking Vinny down to a knee.
Father of filth.
Of course, Vinnie Massaro, his reputation speaks for itself. The great long reign he had with the POW Pro Wrestling Championship. Oh! Lost it to Funny Bone back in August in that 3 stages of hell match, which included the doorway to hell. I don't think either man has been the same ever since. Funny Bone clearly has the advantage here after that big springboard stomp, guys.
I haven't been the same, and I wasn't even in the match.
Doors with mouse traps, cut up cans.
I want to thank Relentless Wrestling for hosting. This spectacular matchup here, continuing the story, continuing the bitter rivalry between these two. And just like that, Mr. Ooh La La changing the trajectory of the match, getting involved like he does.
I didn't see anything.
I saw Funny Bone try to kick him. That's what I saw.
That's what I saw.
We'll have to go back.
You got to defend yourself, you know what I mean?
We'll have to go back and look at the footage after this match is over. But right now, Vinnie Massaro, the nice guy, he is on top here. And as you can see, the lights shining down, bathing these two gladiators from all sides here as the lights descend. The lights are out in L.A. Big fight feel. Always big time in Los Angeles. Always big for POW Pro Wrestling.
Almost took his head off.
Big Sicilian elbow drop. Not enough to keep the demigod down. You see referee Brad Lee here tonight. Even though this is a Relentless Pro Wrestling event, this match is fought under POW rules. That's why Brad is wearing the POW colors tonight as the official. Driving Funny Bone's head into the turnbuckle is Massaro, the man who trained Cain Velasquez in the squared circle, guys.
True story. Been ripped off more than any human being alive, that man right there.
Got to ask you this, Jeremy. Where does the Massaro family stand right now after the expulsion of Malcolm Flex and the upcoming handicap match you guys have, where so much is on the line?
True. And we've got, I know you want me to sit there and elaborate on what's going to, what we got up our sleeve, but I can't do that right now, and you know that. I can't say anything. I'm not throwing my cards out on the table. I'm not flipping them over, buddy.
I'm trying to ask him to spill family secrets.
You
Brian
kidding me?
Zane.
I'm not necessarily asking for family secrets after that big double stomp. I'm simply wanting to know what your guys' mind state is. Where's your head at after you've expelled Malcolm Flex, a man who is driven, who is dedicated at all costs now for revenge? I mean, you've pissed off an angry giant in my estimation, guys.
Oh, boy. Making that very dramatic, aren't you? Yeah, no. We're not worried about it, all right? We're not worried about it at all. I'll just give you that.
All right, well, be that as it may, kind of a level playing field now. Both men showing incredible signs of fatigue as this POW Pro Wrestling Championship match goes on. Now you can see Vinnie Massaro going for some shots here, but Funny Bone catching him off every step of the way, catching up with him, hitting some forearms of his own into the corner. Nice telegraph by Funny Bone. He saw it coming.
Sure, Vinny's
back into the corner. More deadly strikes from Funny Bone.
Not happy about running to that elbow. Or that knee, sorry. Good. I can hear it from here.
And now,
hit by a bad thing to hit by Funny Bone.
The POW Pro Wrestling Champion feeling it from the fans right now. Seemingly on a real roll here. Driving to the outside. I think he took somebody out. Mr. went down too.
Mr. went down too. That's,
You know, with an outfit like that, he fits right in, I got to say.
Yeah, he does.
And now Massaro is on Dream Street here. Funny Bone going to the top. And we know what happens when he descends from the top rope, fellas.
Yep. Come on,
Vinny,
get up.
Now.
Get up, buddy.
Going up top, double
Come
stomp,
on.
imminent. The spotlight is on you now, Funny Bone. Coming out top.
There we go. Come
Not
on.
able to get it. Massaro catching him. Good Lord, exploder suplex.
That's it.
Driving him right down the neck.
That's it.
That's got to be it,
That's
too.
it.
No.
Oh, my gosh.
Thought we almost had a new POW Pro Wrestling Champion.
How?
Come on, Bradley. That was 3.
That was 3 easily.
For one fleeting moment.
Why don't you go back into the tapes and look at that one?
For one fleeting moment, even I thought that Vinnie Massaro would become the 2-time POW champion. But here he's loading up the snoring elbow, guys. This spells doom for anyone who gets hit with it.
Bye.
Look out.
Oh.
Duck under. Funny Bone sees it coming. Oh, another scintillating knee strike.
You can't take too many more of those.
Oh, right to the jaw.
Come on.
The side of the head.
Come on, Vinny, get your hands up.
I believe it's almost swollen up. I can see it from here, guys.
You know, I can tell. He's
Come out of
no! Oh, no, that might be it. No.
3 times could do it. 2,
no.
No.
Boy, had faith in you all along.
Funny Bone.
Knew it all along.
Inches away from retaining the championship. Did you see those knee strikes, guys?
Oh, my gosh. I'm just glad I'm up here.
Oh, gosh, here we go.
Now here it comes, guys. The symbolic stripping of the face paint. Going to that different level. Going for something big here, possibly. Vinny blocks it. Offering up a suplex of his own, maybe, but Funny Bone comes back.
Oh.
Could be anyone's game here, guys. Several elbows.
You can't take too many more of those.
Vinny holding on.
You just can't.
Look at that.
Oh!
Driving him to the mat.
New life, baby.
Here we go.
Oh, that's a weak. That's 3. That was weak.
That was in the smallest of measures, guys.
Dog hair.
Vinnie Massaro, though, undeterred. He is not wasting any time here. He wants to make sure Funny Bone is put down, buried in the ground.
This is it right here. He's looking for that kill shot.
Here it comes. Circle it around. Circle.
Snoring elbow incoming. Funny Bone ducks it. Oh, no.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Did I say that out loud?
Oh, no. Referee Bradley, he is out.
What a shame.
Oh, and Vinny takes Funny Bone to Dick Kick City. Come on now.
Oh.
Right between the uprights.
The referee is down. Mr. Ooh La La has brought a chair into the ring.
What are you
of
talking
course,
about?
it would go down like this. Of course, the Massaro
Wait a
family
minute.
would resort to their devious tactics
Hang
for
on.
the championship to change hands again.
Everything's legal when the referee's out.
Vinnie Massaro's got him locked and loaded.
Everything's legal.
He has him exactly where he wants him.
Who's this? Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. It's Malcolm Flex. Malcolm Flex with a spear. Where did he come from? I had no idea he was in Los Angeles.
What is he doing
I
here?
don't think I can sit here too much longer.
Malcolm Flex, the equalizer.
Listen, he
coming
was not
down with a double
my
stomp.
gosh.
Wait, Buddy Ruth is in there. Buddy Ruth.
No,
on the
what is
POW
he doing
official. 2.
He's got a blue
3.
shirt on. He doesn't have a blue shirt on.
That's not the official on record.
He's the emergency official. He just counted the 3.
Now he's an emergency official.
And Funny Bone is still your champion.
Something stinks. Something smells real bad. Real bad.
And it's not just this city.
Yeah.
It was Mr. Ooh La La and Vinnie Massaro who brought the chair into the ring. But Malcolm Flex making that trip from up north, coming down to make sure that things wouldn't go down that way, the Massaro family way. Malcolm Flex getting involved, cutting Vinny in half with that spear. Funny Bone picking up the pieces, and he is still your POW champion. Look at this face-off, guys.
I cannot believe this outrage, Brian Zane. Did you see what happens there? That should have been a disqualification. Malcolm Flex comes into the ring, spears Vincenzo Massaro, essentially hands the match over to that croon Funny Bone, and all the while, Buddy Ruth, who I must remind you was not a POW referee this night. He was a relentless ref. He's wearing the stripes. He lets it all happen. He counts the 1, 2, 3. What do you have to say about this? I know it's not under your jurisdiction, but you have to do something.
Well, what do you have to say about the fact Vinny brought a chair into the ring, which necessitated Malcolm Flex coming in and leveling the playing field?
He saw that Funny Bone was very tired, and he was going to set the chair up so he'd have a little rest, so that they could continue the match mano a mano. Fair play, fair play. That's what Vincenzo and the whole Massaro family is about.
Sure, mister. Well, you know what? You were there at ringside. I actually wasn't in Los Angeles yet for that, so why didn't you get in there and try and even things up?
Well, you know, I am the impresario. I am not the commissioner. I'm not a rule maker. I'm not a rule breaker. I'm an arbitrary member. I stand apart. I like to watch the proceedings and I don't like to get too involved, you know. It's not my place. As the impresario, as the promoter here at POW Pro Wrestling, I have to be omnipotent.
Sure, I think the heat here in Los Angeles is affecting the way you're thinking right now. But be that as it may, Funny Bone remains the POW Pro Wrestling Champion with a little bit of help from Malcolm Flex. And you gotta believe that might kind of change the effect and the tone of how things are gonna be in that handicap match coming up very soon here on programming, where Flex and Funny Bone will team up against the Blanchard brothers and Vinnie Massaro. And of course, we gotta talk about that matchup and the stipulations attached therein. If Flex and Funny Bone win, Malcolm Flex gets the next shot at the championship. So you gotta believe there was a personal stake involved for Flex getting into that matchup.
Most certainly. He wants to wrestle Funny Bone because he knows he cannot beat Vincenzo Massaro.
Well,
Clearly.
Okay, well, one-on-one, we'll have to see what happens. Maybe if it's not 3-on-1 like in that gauntlet match we saw a couple of weeks ago, things could be different in a one-on-one setting. But folks, we gotta talk about this week's main event. As we saw after Zicky Dice unified the Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championships, he put out an open challenge here for this event in Los Angeles. We know that Vacant, that dark specter, he's always sneaking about. We never know when he's gonna show up next. But we do know the person who actually answered Zicky's open challenge was none other than a fellow YouTuber in Simon Miller from WhatuCulture. It was certainly a surprise to me. Lord knows I've got my issues with Simon Miller. They began with the bald head slapping himself silly, saying why, here's why. Well, here's why Zicky Dice is the best Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion we've seen in a while. It's because he's smart, he's cunning, he's outlandish. And Simon Miller is certainly going to be in for the fight of his life as he takes on Zicky Dice in this championship matchup.
You are quite fired up here. You have a personal stake in this matchup, huh?
Absolutely.
You feel a little threatened by the WhatuCulture Empire trying to encroach, take your title, maybe take your title back to England, huh? Back to the homeland, huh?
Certainly the idea of another YouTube channel in possession of the Wrestling with Regret YouTube channel gives me pause and gives me a little concern. I will not deny I'm a little bit biased in this one. And of course, with my booby, brother Levi, in the corner of Zicky Dice, I've got a really good feeling things are going to end very strongly for Zicky this week. But hey, time for talking's over. The main event for the YouTube Championship is happening right now.
The following is a Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the challenger from London, England, the master of the idiot king of YouTube, Simon and your champion, accompanied by brother Levi Shapiro from Cocoa Beach, Florida, outlandish Zicky Dice.
Well, at Wrestling with Regret, we always do it for the content, and that's why outlandish Zicky Dice is here. He placed an open challenge at Don Quixote in Los Angeles for the YouTube Championship, and look who answered. I guess you could say my rival of sorts, Simon Miller from WhatuCulture Wrestling, guys.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
You have a lot of rivals, don't you?
You do.
You know, you can't succeed without making a few enemies along the way. I think you guys both know that pretty well.
That is true. Oh, that is true. I know that very well. All too well.
Oh, Simon, he's a real mensch. But here we got Zicky Dice here. Placed an open challenge for Relentless Wrestling. What a coup it would be for WhatuCulture and for Simon if another YouTuber had my Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship.
Oh, that'd be a little feather in his cap, right
Simon
there.
relatively, I would say, Zicky Dice has the experience.
Ooh, look at little
On
recruit.
Miller in this contest here. Zicky, of course, a graduate of the Black and the Brave Academy.
He has the experience advantage, but he did not have the advantage to prep for his opponent the way Simon
True
did.
story.
It's absolutely true. Zicky is going into this thing pretty much cold here. Not much is out there for footage of Miller at this point. You gotta believe he's got a lot of heart, a lot of passion here. Wants to definitely bring the championship back to the UK. But of course, you can't discount the magic that is outlandish Zicky Dice.
True story again.
Starting early, I see with the shenanigans.
Those are lower tier shenanigans here, but I think what's real shenanigans is the fact that Simon Miller is able to get the edge on Zicky. Like I mentioned, not nearly as much experience, but you got to look and see. Miller, he goes to the gym. He's definitely got the strength, I would say.
He's a big guy. Looks like he's a big dude. He's cut. He's got a little cardio
Miller
going.
Trying to take that success on the YouTube platform into the squared circle. You can tell that he's in the champion's head right now, guys. You can see Zicky Dice conferring with brother Levi Shapiro on the outside.
And the fact that you don't like him, I kind of like him a little bit more now.
Is that so, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, look at this. Now you see some possible collusion here between the two. No, not exactly. Zicky, why'd you leave brother Levi out to dry like that? Come on. He's my booby.
Don't turn your back.
Here we go. Simon Miller now. Oh, big rookie mistake, kid.
Big rookie mistake.
That was almost it.
That's outside interference.
You know what? YouTube Championship. It's an open waters in Los Angeles, California, so I'm going to let the rules be bent a bit.
Oh, is that how it goes?
You know what? It's my championship.
That's true. That's true.
Lawless match for a lawless city.
But look at referee Buddy Ruth. Give him credit. He is exercising his authority there.
I'm not giving that guy credit for nothing.
Zicky now taking over here. Possibly Northern Lights? No. He's definitely toying with him here. Nice. Into the bridge.
Oh,
One,
nice
two,
bridge.
could've been
That's
it.
a nice bridge.
On his tiptoes.
Don't discount outlandish Zicky Dice. He's still very athletic.
No one's
look at this.
No one's counting him out. We know what he can do. We know what he's capable of.
Cross-face shot right across the mug of Miller, and brother Levi clapping in approval. Of course, it was Zicky and Levi who faced off a few weeks ago in that unification match to crown the undisputed Wrestling with Wregret YouTube Championship. Easy for me to say. Big body slam by the outlandish one.
I think it's gonna eat away.
Thoroughly in control right now.
Eat away at Levi a little bit that he's on the outside instead of being the one in there competing.
Now watch your tongue here, Jonas. These guys are like this. They are tight, thick as thieves. Even though Zicky was the one who won the matchup, Levi, obviously, we all support each other here. It's like a brotherhood.
Oh, I don't know. Gold seems to ruin things.
Oh, right now the shoulder and the jaw area of Simon could be ruined after that shot off the ropes here. Zicky with a huge clothesline. There we go. 2-0.
Simon Miller needs to get a little something going here.
He definitely needs some golden ups. Maybe he needs to smack himself in the head a few more times, and maybe he'll get in the proper position for a comeback. Here we see Zicky now. Now wait, so wait a minute, guys.
What are we doing here? Hey.
Family friendly. Let's.
Well, we were in Los Angeles.
Oh, man.
My goodness.
The sensation of that's got to be indescribable no matter where it goes.
Oh.
Come on, Zicky, dig it down deep. Dig down deep, brother.
I think he did dig down deep already.
He dug way deep.
He dug way down to the equator there. Oh, no, is he turning it back on him?
Oh,
come on. Big clothesline by Simon Miller.
Out of his boots.
That's not time to celebrate already. You got to follow up.
See now, though, he's possibly nursing that shoulder.
Yeah,
that took a lot out of him.
I don't think he's celebrating.
I have some unconfirmed. Now, wait a minute. 2 count. Could be it. No.
Nope.
He still put a lot of weight, a lot of muscle behind that clothesline. Credit to Zicky for being able to kick out the way he did. My sources indicate, though, Simon has been nursing a shoulder injury on and off for a couple years now, but look at this. You see Zicky now wave it off, says he might be a little sick, possibly. Oh, look at it. Look, guys.
You gonna puke? He's
very sick. Wait a minute, guys.
He's gotta.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
that trickster.
What was that,
fruit by the foot?
I mean, hey,
they are kind of sticky like that. You gotta keep going.
If Zick can get a branding deal out of that, hey, all the better for it.
I think he needs to work on chewing.
Coming off the ropes.
It's not working too well.
Clothesline with the streamer. That's a tough streamer, guys. Now he's choking him with it.
It must be like a piano string streamer.
Made of leather or something. Look at that, the tenacity. Now you see Zicky coming down here. What's he going for?
Good move. Stretch it.
Could be a stretch of some kind. Look, he's got both arms locked in. Oh, no.
Humiliation at its finest.
Add insult to insult. Now here comes, bringing down the knees. Skull first into the mat. Is Zicky. Got the legs hooked. Could be it. This one is not over yet.
Wonder what brother Levi thinks about that.
Well, I bet he's looking on with lots of curious intent here. Obviously, he's here to support brother Zicky. Look at this now. He's got Miller in a precarious predicament here in the camel clutch, trying to make him humble. But Simon is able to, that core strength enacted here as he's able to try and get some of a base here. He's got Zicky up. He's
right
got
in
him
the
back into the corner, guys. Miller now trying to
Bad
throw.
place to be right now.
Throw
Oh, nope.
What's if he has here?
Oh.
Another big clothesline. How's that shoulder feeling now, guys?
It looks like he's feeling fine.
Ducks up and over into a big old
Ooh.
suplex. Miller is now feeling
Dropped
it
him
here.
right on his head.
Sure, hit yourself a few more times. That'll get you revved up. Out of the corners, Miller. Big avalanche.
Ooh.
This could be his time to shine, fellas.
People don't realize your kidneys, your liver, everything gets jarred around.
It's a whole body impact into
Oh.
the reverse DDT. This could be Miller's time to shine. Could the YouTube Championship
It's over.
make its way to a rival channel? Saying it no.
Oh,
No.
little sweat got on your brow there.
I'm not going to lie. Wait a minute.
Look at Levi. What's
Brother
he doing?
Levi, he's letting Zicky take a powder. He's letting him
Oh,
relax.
he's letting him.
He needs to help him out here. That's why he's
Are
there.
you guys Amish?
Amish?
Brother Levi? Brother?
It's a brotherhood.
Zicky,
Come on.
it's a-
You of all the people,
Yeah, okay. I
you
get it.
guys
All
should
right,
understand.
all right.
Now Levi's not doing nothing. Brother Levi is just there offering moral support to Brother Zicky. That is all this is. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
moral support. He's got cheese whiz.
That is silly string.
Oh,
Of course, that is not illegal. That is not a weapon.
true. But it's distracting.
Absolutely. It got right in his eyes. And of course, let's not discount the smell of that stuff, like fish or
Oh,
something.
yeah, it's weird.
Turns him over.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh. He
Miller-
landed on his neck.
Tried to go for a tilt-a-whirl slam, but you could tell that shoulder wreaking havoc on his offense.
You could tell he collapsed on his shoulder. And look, he's still trying to pull that shoulder brace up, or elbow brace, or whatever it is.
Miller off to the second rope here. What's he got in his mind? Not known as being a high flyer. Coming off is maybe, wait a minute. Goes to the flying nothing. Miller
No.
goes to the flying nothing and gets none of it,
Got
guys.
Nothing.
I was going to say, if you can't lift him up, he might have to use his body as a weapon, but it doesn't look like that worked out either.
No.
That weapon turned out to be a dud, but Zicky Dice is in no better place. Now Brother Levi, he's trying to massage him awake, trying to get the shoulders to activate again. That's all he was doing there.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, no, now you don't see it?
No.
Of course.
I think he's playing possum.
This could
Top
be
of his
Zicky's
head.
I think
chance
Miller's
here.
playing possum.
Turns
Oh!
around.
Okay. Well, maybe I was wrong. I've been wrong before.
How's that for a magic trick, guys? The card's flying in the air upon impact.
That's.
Bravo. 3 cheers for the ring. Wait a
Oh, who's this?
minute. What vacant? You son of a... What are you doing here?
Oh, Vacant made his way to Vegas.
Vacant here in Los
Or
Angeles.
I mean, Los
the city of
Angeles. I'm sorry, Los Angeles.
We'll get it right eventually. Vacant has taken the YouTube Championship and clocked Levi Shapiro right in the face with it. Can you imagine the nerve? Wait, there's Caljack.
Oh.
Caljack with the H title, I believe, striking Simon Miller. What's he doing here? We've seen Cal before here on POW.
It's not over. This guy's
No.
going for it. Vacant's going for it.
That one wasn't enough for him. He just laid out the champion with his own belt.
We got people getting hit with belts in the head. There's cards and streamers all over the place.
I can't believe the disrespect of Vacant. Buddy Ruth,
This is chaos.
I believe the referee, Buddy, is conferring with the referee, or with the ring announcer. Well, there you have it, folks. Buddy Ruth had no choice but to make it a double DQ. Sadly, this YouTube Championship match ends. And Vacant making away like a thief in the night. He needs to bring that championship back. He needs to bring it back, guys. Nevertheless,
He's already in Vegas. There you go. He's already in Vegas.
making his way to Vegas. He
Yep.
doesn't pawn that thing off.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be at that pawn shop that Rick owns.
And then it's on to the craps table.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Zicky Dice still your champion. But after that disappointing outcome with a double disqualification, at least Simon Miller didn't win it. That's all I care about,
Yeah,
really.
I can tell. You didn't want him to win from the get-go, did you?
Well, Mister, I am not a fan of how that main event this week ended up. It was total chaos, ending in a double disqualification. First of all, you had Caljack attacking Simon Miller, which, fair play to Caljack. I'm not sure what his issue with Simon was, but he certainly took out Zicky's opposition. But then you saw Vacant running in, attacking Brother Levi from behind, and putting him out so he has to get surgery on his nose. Then we saw him take the YouTube Championship, laying out Zicky with it as well. The referee having no choice but to disqualify both sides. So more questions than answers, certainly, after that main event. But you know what? Hey, Simon, better luck next time is all I have to say. You're not getting the YouTube Championship just yet.
Well, yes, a double disqualification is like kissing your sister, the proverbial fart in church, as the Americans like to say. More than anything, I believe that Vacant is an agent of chaos. They want to bring destruction. They want to bring disarray. They want to bring confusion to the Wrestling with Regret Empire, to the YouTube Championship. You know, they're like an octopus or a crow that likes to collect shiny objects and takes them back to their den. They want to possess that YouTube Championship. It doesn't matter who gets in their way. They are obsessed with that object of idolatry that they have become fixated on, and you're going to have to do everything within your power, as well as Zicky Dice and poor brother Levi, who had to have surgery on his poor schnoz there, to keep that title in your clutches and prevent it from disappearing into the vacancy, huh?
Absolutely. I want to make sure that Vacant does not get their grubby mitts on that YouTube Championship ever again, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, you know what? Since you're so good at evading the rules and getting all these things that sneak into the nooks and crannies of legality and stuff, maybe you can help me as far as how we can keep Vacant away from that championship. I'll talk to you a little bit off air. But folks, we've had so much fun here in Los Angeles. It's been a great time for POW Pro Wrestling and for Wrestling with Regret. We can't wait to tell you more and show you more in an upcoming vlog happening on the Wrestling with Regret channel. So do check that out. It's coming out very soon. But of course, next week here on POW Pro Wrestling, we're back in Eugene, Oregon, where we have even more action waiting for you. Let's talk about the Flamin' Aces, Spencer Scott and Zay Perez, two big singles matches for this otherwise tight tag team. First, you got Spencer Scott going against everyone's favorite homeboy, Chris Brady. Then in our main event, after months and months of arguing, the talking's going to be finally over. Jonas Albert Robinson making his in-ring return for the first time in at least 7 years, as he finally goes up against Zay Perez, and Zay still has an injured wing.
I think you have phrased that incorrectly. Jonas goes for revenge after he was spurned by the Flaming Aces. A former multi-time tag team champion in the Northwest, Jonas Albert Robinson opened his heart to the Flaming Aces. He wanted to provide his years of experience to elevate these two young men, but they betrayed him. They spat in his face, and just like you don't spit into the wind or tug on Superman's cape, Jonas Albert Robinson will rise like the true hero that he is and put these rookies back in their place.
All right, well, you know what? The so-called voice of POW Pro Wrestling, my broadcast colleague, he may have bitten off more than he can chew. It's his first match in a long time. Zay might have a bum wing, but he's still relatively healthy when he has to be. And of course, Jonas is going to be wrestling with one arm tied behind his own back. It's going to be a tough climb for both men as far as I'm concerned.
And let's not forget the money, the $5,000, the bounty that Jonas Albert Robinson has put up against the Flaming Aces. He is going to defend that bounty himself.
All right, it's going to be a big-time match, a big-time week for POW. Thank you so much for watching this special Los Angeles edition of POW Pro Wrestling. But until next time, folks, he's Mr. Ooh La La. I'm Brian Zane. Thank you so much for watching POW Pro Wrestling.